Well, I'm going to be doing something slightly different today. Most people won't realise, but I'm actually currently in Vietnam. So, normally I've been buying stuff online. Oh, there's a random teaspoon. We'll get that out of the shot. Normally people buy a lot of stuff from, say, AliExpress from China. Anyway, I've not seen an option to buy stuff from AliExpress. I've been using an application called Lazada. And I've been buying a few odds and ends. So there's about maybe this whole order might be somewhere about $15 or £13 or something. So let's go through what I've bought. So I've never opened this yet. This is some flasher units for, bikes. This is, in fact, I'll go through it one by one. That's what I'll do. So, this was the first thing. This was the flasher units, and this was about, I think it works out something like £1.50, maybe $2 at the most, delivered, and I've got 3 flasher units. So I'll take them out and show you what I've got. Right, so, well, there you go. I've opened the box, and there's one of the flasher units. Now, I think if I buy something like that on AliExpress, it might be, I don't know, £2, maybe $2, somewhere about that, delivered from China. Well, this, sourcing it locally and delivered, it works at about 50 pence, maybe 60 cents a unit. So one of my friends back home in Scotland, we actually did a slight repair on his flasher unit, and I said, well, when I get to Vietnam, I'll buy you a flasher unit. So this is going to be a whole 50 pence gift. So I bought 3. Not that I need 3, but there's like a minimum amount for free shipping. So it made sense to buy 3 rather than buy, say, 2 and have to pay for shipping. So, the shipping's nothing. It's like $1 to ship it, but why not just get an extra unit rather than pay the shipping? So that's the flash unit. Obviously, I've not tried it, but I've purchased one of these online. I can't remember if it was eBay or AliExpress or both, and they worked fine. They're just cheap and cheerful. But for 50 pence or 60 cents, I'm not going to lose too much sleep about it. So that was that particular purchase. So this is the next thing that arrived, and this is a Honda Cub seat cover. Now, one of these in the UK would probably cost you anywhere between maybe 12 to 20-ish pounds, I would say. And I think, I'll need to look it up actually, I think this one cost me about $3. I'll double check that. It's not focusing on that very well. There you go. So it comes with the Honda logo on it. It seems to be as good a quality vinyl as any other one I've felt. I'm not saying it's the highest quality one, but for the money, and again I'll verify what it cost. It's fine, perfectly acceptable. It's just a spare one because I've got a little Super Cub, and at some point I'll use that to recover the saddle. I'll say one thing, they are pretty good at just packaging things up with spare bits of cardboard and that here. So this This was a very, this was my first purchase that I made on Lazada. So this is the position light for a Honda Cub. And I wanted one of these. I mean, mine doesn't come with it as standard, but I fancied one of these. Now these, if you buy these on eBay, they're about £20 or £25 delivered. Whereas this, including all these Super Cub stickers, I think there's a couple of the side, you know, the fuel tank ones, and then there's another spare one of those. So including these stickers or decals, if you're using American English, I think for roughly $2 delivered, I think that's a bit of a bargain actually. So yeah, this was the test. I didn't know how good Lazada would be. I didn't know if I would only get, for $2 I would only get the stickers. But anyway, it was listed as a combo. So it was like, well, I can't see how they're going to get out of not giving me this and that. So anyway, I was pretty chuffed when the package arrived, obviously in this box, and it was both the items, well, the sticker pack and the light. So I've also bought a spare plastic guard to go on at the front of the bike, which I don't really need, but I thought I might as well have a spare one, because again, it was like might have been $2 as well. So I'll show you that next. Right, so that's the next part. This is the plastic guard. So it comes with the Super Cub 70 badge, and then you obviously get the plastic shroud for the front. It does look a bit wonky, but it's been kind of bent slightly in this box. So what's that in there? Yeah, that's obviously for when you put the badge on. It's a star washer to hold that in place, and then there's a screw that goes through here to put it onto the frame. But basically, this will locate onto there. I've still got to figure out exactly how I'm going to secure that to the shroud, but I mean, it fits perfectly the profile. So it may well be I'll not actually use this, but for the price paid, quite happy to get this badge, you know, and the plastic cover, and then I could always use it to figure out how I'm going to get this to work on my little Super Cub. So again, a couple of dollars or something. Obviously not the light, but for the shroud and the badge and all the other bits. So you've got the retaining screw and the star washer. So that's that. Right, what's next in the bag of swag? Right, so this was something. I didn't actually need the whole thing, but I looked at buying one of these things on AliExpress, and just to buy the float, which is what I actually need because my float punctured after not a very long time. Here is the complete assembly. The fuel sender unit. So that's Denki brand, and this I'll need to look it up, but I'm sure it wasn't much more. I don't think it was more than $2 for this thing. It might have been just over $1 actually, but maybe with the postage, I'm not sure. So I've got the new gasket, obviously. I've got the complete fuel sender assembly. But all I actually need is this float. I'm currently using a cork, which has been doing the job fine, but I've been meaning to replace it for a long time. Mine developed a leak somehow. So with this one, I'll probably just replace the entire unit in my Super Cub and take it from there. So that's that. But I'll check the price. Well, this seems to be the last item. I thought I had more things than that, but yeah, there's nothing left in that bag. So this was for a little SS50 I've got back home, and I needed a new badge. So it's the Honda logo. This was, you know, I spent quite a bit of money on this actually. This was, I think it might have been $6 for this. So you get a new mounting bracket, and you also get the actual logo itself. Now, how do I get this out? It's not so easy when you're doing it with one hand. Did I actually take this out before? Maybe I've not taken it out. But anyway, it certainly looks quite decent. It's you know, it's metal. Quality looks decent. Hang on, I'll stop it. There we go. In fact, I'm talking nonsense. It's not metal. It felt like metal in the plastic bag. It is actually plastic. But it looks, you know, decent quality. It's not horrific, you know, by any stretch of the imagination. So that obviously bolts on between the forks, and then it's got these rubber grommets, and then obviously you push that on and it locates, and then it should be secured in place. So anyway, I think I looked at one of those in the UK, but I mean they're not cheap. I think it would be at least, if I was lucky, it'd be at least twice the price, if not 3 times the price. But I've not checked, and I mean the bracket seems decent quality, and the rubber gaskets seem to be okay. But yeah, the finish of that, yeah, it's not got any. There's no obvious imperfections or anything. Anyway, that'll be a nice little detail to put on the little SS50. So that was the fuel sender, the flasher units, the front shroud with the Super Cub 70 badge, then the position light with the stickers, the Honda logo, and then the Cub seat cover. So as I say, very low cost, and I'll actually put up an actual price. So anyway, what I'm finding is the price of the parts are a fraction of what you would get on AliExpress. So the problem here in Vietnam, though, is if you want to send something by post, I believe it's actually quite extortionate. So it's not like you could say, well, can you get one of them and just post it over to me? Because I had to send a letter to Hong Kong, and I was getting people tell me it was going to be like, you know, $30 or something to send a bloody letter to Hong Kong. I ended up getting it sent from the UK. Plus it was going to take 6 days. So I don't know. I mean, I might be talking nonsense about that stuff. But yeah, quite impressed. So Lazada, if you're in Vietnam, and they actually do stuff all around Asia. So or Southeast Asia. So anyway, there you go. Any questions, just let me know.